So today we are going to Salon Prive, and it's a car show up in Oxford, and it has probably like 100 or 200 hypercars there. It's gonna have some crazy cars, and we are taking the McLaren with us today. So it's only about half an hour drive, so let's get going. All right, so we've made it to the Palace. I managed to park right at the front with the McLaren Owners Club, and all the McLarens are over here, and you have the Lamborghinis over there, and the Ferraris are out there. That's where the Ferraris are parking, because they gave the McLarens a special treatment right at the front.
So now we're into the main area and we're greeted by this lovely orange Lamborghini Miura, and these go for around £1 million each, and this is the first time I'm seeing one, and this one was in impeccable condition as well, and they just left it out for everyone to see. Now we're on to Tom Hartley's collection of cars, and they were very nice in letting people in. And the first car we see here is a Ferrari 275 GTB, and these go for over £2 million. And here is the Mercedes 300 SL with the gull wing doors, and these are about, I think, over £1 million, maybe £1.5 million. And over here we have one of my dream cars, a Mclaren P1, and this was listed for 1.25 million, and it only had about 1,000 miles on it, so it's actually quite a new McLaren P1, and it's a 2015 model, so 1,000 miles on this is a very low mileage P1. And the interior, I'll show you right now, is a nice chocolate interior. You don't really see many of these like chocolate brown interiors, but this one was really nice. Right next to the P1 we had this Aston Martin DB5, and it was listed for £645,000, and if you've seen James Bond, this was the car in, not this exact car, but the DB5 was the one in James Bond. And right next to it we have a Ferrari 288 GTO Competition. Now there's only 5 of these cars in the world, and I didn't actually know what this car was, so I had to do some research on it, but yeah, there's only 5 in the world and they go for about £4 million. Right next to that we had GVE London, and they brought out their Ferrari Enzo, and this thing is straight piped, and I'll play a clip of them revving it right now. And this car is actually a very special car as well, because it is actually signed by Michael Schumacher on the dashboard. And if you look on the right hand passenger side, it says Ferrari World Champions, and these are the years that Ferrari won the Formula 1 Constructors Championship. This was probably one of the coolest things I saw today, and it was a Bugatti Veyron, and the right hand side of the Veyron, they had it all stripped so you could see the internals. So here we have the front right wheel, and you can see all the suspension, the radiators, the amount of radiators this car had just to cool that massive W16 engine, 8 litres, quad turbocharged, 1000 horsepower. And here it is from the interior as well, nice cream interior, and you can see the full carbon fibre monocoque as well. It's quite funny because next to this Veyron there was an F50 and another Enzo, but no one even cared about those two cars there because they just wanted to see the Veyron, the internals of the Veyron. Now here's the back of the Veyron, you can see the massive exhaust, and on the underside of the Veyron there's actually 2 more exhausts. I didn't even know that they were there. Right next to the Veyron we had this really nice Ferrari F50 and an Enzo in the back and a Ferrari Formula 1 car. And in the corner I spotted the 2 Bugatti tyres, and each one of these tyres is £6,000, and that's because they're specially made by Michelin. They're Michelin Pilot Sport Pax tyres, and they're bespoke for Bugatti because they need to go more than 250 miles an hour. And here we have the other Ferrari Enzo. I think there was 3 Enzos at this event. Here we have quite possibly one of the greatest cars ever built, the Mclaren F1, and I don't even really need to say much about this car, just to let you guys enjoy the footage I have. This is Kimi Raikkonen's McLaren Formula 1 car that he actually drove in Australia 2004. Now, no car event would be complete without a Bugatti Chiron. So this was a Chiron Supersport that was actually owned by Bugatti, and it was in full exposed blue carbon fibre. And the guy was so nice, he actually opened the door to let us see the interior. What could top a Bugatti Veyron Supersport? A Ferrari F40 in red. I don't really have to say much about this car, and then look at the number plate as well, F40 GB. Now, one of my goals today was to see a Koenigsegg, and here we have a Koenigsegg Agera S in this exposed green carbon fibre. A car that I'm sure everyone is really excited about, the Aventador replacement, the Lamborghini Revuelto, and they had one here in this stunning white colour. You couldn't really get close to see the car unless you, I think unless you wanted to place an order or you were quite close with Lamborghini. I'm not sure how it worked, but yeah, this is the new 1000 horsepower V12 with the hybrid system Lamborghini. I'm going to end it here with this Ferrari 250 LM in the old school Ferrari yellow colour, and there's only 32 of these cars ever made, and one sold recently for $17 million, I think it was. So could this be the most expensive car at this event, or was it the McLaren F1 GTR? I think the McLaren F1 GTR is worth a bit more than this, but yeah, so that was today's event. There was probably a couple hundred more cars that I haven't covered. These were probably the highlights, and if you want to see the uncut version with all the cars, I'll probably leave it in my in the second channel. The link will be in the description, and thanks for watching, and if you want to see more car content, leave a like and subscribe.